Okay, is anyone else standing by? Crowd mic number 9.
Hi, I'm Chuck Case. I'm from Denver, Colorado, originally from Seattle. I know we've been having a lot of fun tonight with these questions, but I'm going to get into a little bit more of a serious mode, but maybe you guys can still keep it fun. Sorry, Patrick. But what are your best memories of Jim Davis and Howard Keel?
Well, they were both real studs. You know, they were real men, like I was. All right, they were both real men, and they both had a quality that was. I mean, they didn't have to really do anything; they just looked like men, you know, and that was a great symbol to have, because the mama was pretty strong in that family. And they both could do it, you know, they could both stand up. I admired Jim Davis. We were having a shoot one time. Remember, Patrick, we were out there shooting in the boondocks, and Jim got shot. The dove hunt.
In the dove hunt, right.
Yeah.
And he got shot.
Yeah. And Jim coming back in the car, Jim started to say, where are we? And I said, you know, we're coming back from location. About 2 minutes later, well, okay, where are we? And he was having a heat stroke.
Right. But Jim Davis, both of those men also are from a different era of movie making in this industry. And they had such a gravitas when they would step on the set. And from the very first day that Jim Davis was daddy on the show, it didn't matter that Leonard Katzman was the executive producer, and sorry Larry, it didn't matter that Larry Hagman was J.R. Ewing. It didn't matter how big Larry got on the show, when Jim Davis as daddy walked on the set, everything was about daddy. Everything was about that. And it was an incredible thing to watch, because he didn't demand it, he didn't even expect it, he just was Jim Davis from a different era of filmmaking. And it made everything work. If you know, Jim Davis left this show quite early in the 13 years, and everything that happened on the show after Jim Davis left was always in retrospect of what would Daddy say? What would Daddy think of Ewing Oil? What would Daddy want JR to do? What would Daddy want Bobby to do? It didn't matter what Bobby wanted to do. But everything was about Jim Davis's character of Jock Ewing. And the very wonderful thing was that Howard Keel had that same aspect to his personality. He came from the same generation, he came from the same filmmaking genre that gave him the ability to step into the patriarchal role on Dallas and assume the boots of Jim Davis, and he became Miss Ellie's husband, and he was the patriarch of the family. So those two guys, even though they're both gone now, deserve a space on this couch here, answering questions to all of you.
Probably show some of you our age and all, but I grew up with Showboat. I grew up with Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Hello. I grew up with Kismet. I grew up with all of these kinds of things, so I was absolutely mesmerized. I will never forget the first time I walked into the makeup room and Howard Keel was sitting there, and I was blown away. We have tall men on this show. All of the guys on this show. And people say to me all the time, my God, Larry's so tall. My God, Steve's so tall. I mean, I'm sorry, Kenny. Okay. But Howard Keel and Jim Davis were like, whoa, giants. And I remember I saw Howard Keel, and I'm going, we could maybe. And he went, don't do that. So, yeah, he could sing. So anyway, all these things that you hear, Jim and them and Barbara, and they were just incredible inspiration, and that's all I have to say.
All right, looks like we have time for one more. Who's next on the crowd mic? Go ahead, please. Do we have one standing
My
by?
name is Roberta Gray from Douglas, Kansas. And
Hi, Roberta. Go ahead,
Hi.
please.
I always wondered when Howard Keel came on the show, it was wonderful, and I was a big fan of his. And with his background, and you were talking about him and his musicals, why did he not sing a song on the show?
Why didn't he sing a song on the show?
Yes, please.
It wasn't his character. It wasn't what the show was about. You know, the only reason we had any music on the show that was sung is when we invented a character who came from that background, which would have been Afton. You know, and it really wasn't a part of what we were trying to do. We weren't trying to, you know, they didn't have Bobby Ewing going through the pool like a frickin' dolphin either. So
Yeah, but you look pretty cute.
and actually, if you ever knew Howard Keel, the only time he wasn't singing is when the camera was rolling. Because Howard Keel loved to sing, and what you should know, and this is very interesting, is Howard Keel was a musical star for his entire life and never recorded a musical album until he came on Dallas. And because he was Howard Keel, star of Dallas, they gave him a record deal and he recorded his first album. And he was the happiest man in the world because he toured the world singing for a change because he was Howard Keel, a singer. And he was recognized as such. But on our show, that just wasn't the thing that we tried to do. We didn't appeal to all of our ancillary talents. We were written to by Leonard Katzman as actors on Dallas, and that's why you didn't see Howard sing on the show. And that's the only reason you didn't see me sing on the show, too, because, man, can I really kill a song.
All right, now we want to give the final word to the cast. And feel free, whoever wants to jump in at this point, but what does it mean to all of you guys that 30 years after the premiere of the series, people would come from all over the world for a special night like this one to see you?
Larry,
That feels wonderful. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I do feel like a rock star. It's an honor. I never thought I'd feel your energy like this, and you have energy. Let me tell you. Thank you for coming.
We need to give you all a hand, so thank you. It's heaven.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stars of Dallas!
We've only